In other news, weeks after India conducted precision military strikes on Pakistan's terror hubs in response to the Pahalgam terror attack, Pakistan cries talks again. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has reportedly extended India an olive branch. But going by past experiences, if broken promises at talks and dialogue had a face, there's few more diabolical than Islamabad. Let's break that down for you. During his visit to Iran, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif said that he was ready to engage in peace talks with India. He even stressed on the importance of dialogue to resolve outstanding disputes, and he has touched on a couple that have troubled bilateral ties for decades. Number one, Kashmir, a major flashpoint between the neighbors. Number two, terrorism, water sharing and trade were some of the others that the Pakistan Prime Minister listed out. Sharif's remarks came weeks after India and Pakistan agreed to military ceasefires. Speaking to media in Tehran, Sharif signaled Islamabad's willingness to pursue peace and diplomatic engagement with India, a distinct shift from the hostile tone taken earlier. However, there were no missing the rider. Listen to what the Pakistan Prime Minister said.
We are ready to talk for the sake of peace on water issue with a neighbor. We are ready to talk to promote trade and also counter-terrorism if they are serious. But if they choose to remain aggressor, then we shall defend our territory and our country like we have done.
Clearly, Sharif seems interested in settling scores with New Delhi, but with a condition, or rather, a subdued threat of sorts: accept the offer for peace or be ready for war. India has responded firmly and in a discreet manner. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made it extremely clear, crystal clear, that terror and talks cannot go hand in hand. Prime Minister Modi said any dialogue with Pakistan will be limited to the return of Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and the issue of terrorism only. Addressing an event in the Indian state of Gujarat, Prime Minister Modi said Pakistan had shown clear backing for terrorist elements during Operation Sindoor, with proof loud and clear.
मैं इसलिए कहता हूं अब ये प्रॉक्सी वॉर नहीं कह सकते इसको, क्योंकि जो आतंकवादियों के जनाजे निकले 6 मई के बाद जिनका कत्ल हुआ, उस जनाजे को स्टेट ऑनर दिया गया पाकिस्तान में। उनके कॉफिन पे पाकिस्तान के झंडे लगाए गए, उनकी सेना ने उनको सैल्यूट दी। ये सिद्ध करता है कि आतंकवादी गतिविधि ये प्रॉक्सी वॉर नहीं है, ये आपकी सोची समझी युद्ध की रणनीति है। आप वॉर ही कर रहे हैं तो उसका जवाब भी वैसे ही मिलेगा।
Similar proof was put forth from the Indian side as well, one that established the success of its retaliatory strike, Operation Sindoor. In a newly released video by India's Border Security Force of BSF, Prime Minister Modi termed it decisive action and strong reflection of India's zero tolerance for any form of terror.
पाकिस्तान को आतंक की बीमारी से मुक्त करने के लिए पाकिस्तान के अवाम को आगे आना होगा, पाकिस्तान के नौजवानों को आगे आना होगा। सुख चैन की जिंदगी जियो, रोटी खाओ, वरना मेरी गोली तो है ही।
India and Pakistan have shared a troubled relationship since 1947. That's the year of partition. Since then, both India and Pakistan have fought multiple wars. But when it comes to Islamabad, old habits die hard. thus rendering past talks pretty much meaningless and leaving the prospect of peace rather elusive. In October 1947, the first war over Kashmir broke out and continued until 1948, when Kashmir was divided. Eventually, failed talks led to a second war in 1960s, which is also when India and Pakistan signed the Indus Waters Treaty. In 1963, talks were held once again over the disputed territory of Kashmir, mediated by the US and the UK. However, no agreement was reached even then. In 1965, the two countries fought the second war over Kashmir, one which ended inconclusively with a ceasefire. In 1971, the Indian Army's involvement in the Bangladesh Liberation War culminated in the Simla Agreement in 1972, where both sides agreed to settle any disputes by peaceful means. There have been many more rounds of talks after that, all with limited success, because they were thwarted each time by repeated acts of terror and cross-border violations by Pakistan. And not just that, the fact that the peace talks did not materialize is evident in the spate of terror attacks that ensued, such as the December 2001 attack on the Indian Parliament in New Delhi that killed 14 people. Then, in November 2008, armed gunmen opened fire on civilians at several sites in Mumbai, killing over 150. Even as trade relations began to improve across the LOC, and more recently, talks were also initiated in the aftermath of the 2016 Uri attacks and Pulwama attacks in 2019. But unfortunately, not to much avail. And finally, the Pahalgam terror attack on the 22nd of April this year, which capped all previous attacks for its mode of warfare. A dastardly attack on civilians and a clear message to India that Islamabad never did and perhaps never will roll back its terror machine.